We are live. Hello and welcome to Glen. This is my cryptocurrency channel. My name's Glenn and I'm trying to vlog as I go along what I learn and what I'm good or bad at on a day in the world of cryptocurrency. So thank you for joining that journey with me. Come to think of it, I haven't changed yet the title for this video or the thumbnail. Oh. Complete mess up. Anyway, Fryer says, hey already. Join the group chat straight away. What we're going to talk about. So, good time to tell it, I suppose. We are going to talk about Bitmain releasing the E3, which is their asic miner. Yeah, that'll do. And what that means for obviously Ethereum chain, how much it costs, whether it's profitable or not. I was going to go through the profitability calculator and see what you guys thought of that. What else do we want to talk about? Obviously, yes, did I do the video yesterday? I think yesterday I talked about my predictions for what I think were going to happen to the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency over the next few days, weeks. And it's off to a pretty good start. I was pretty much spot on. I said about 7.4, 7.5 over the next day or two. And I think we hit that today. So, yeah, I was quite pleased to see that. Russell says, hello. Oh, there's a big shoot. There's been a shooting at YouTubers' headquarters, really. I've not heard about that one. Hopefully everyone is safe. I'm in this one. My prediction: 10,000 or above by the weekend. Jesus, Edgar's gone straight in. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Verge price pumps. So another topic I wanted to talk about was Verge. Obviously, as you guys know, I had a bit of Verge coin, not because I believe in their project or believe it's one of the best privacy coins. It's not that at all. I was trying, I think I've documented it along the way, but if you haven't watched it, I think I transferred over like £50 profit, $50 profit from my GDAX account over to, I think it was Bittrex, or was it Bittrex? Yeah, I think it was Bittrex, just to have a little play about with how I convert Bitcoin into other coins and how do I get the wallet and how do I move money, just to play about with it. And I think within one day I heard the name Verge mentioned twice. And that was purely the reason I bought some. So I bought some Verge, and it was at, I believe the price of Verge was at, I'm gonna say 5 cent. And I just held on to it. I had about 300 Verge coin, and since the day I bought it, it went down, hovered, then went down. I think to like 2.5 cent at one point, or 2.9, 3 cent, something like that. So yeah, but to be honest, it was $50 worth. So my $50 became $25, $20, whatever. Anyway, now that I've sold it, I actually exchanged it to get some more. What was it? Z Classic, to get the hard fork for Bitcoin Private. And today, or as a little while ago, Verge, where has it gone? Verge is at now 7 cent. It's actually pumped 59% in the last 24 hours. I believe that's one of the biggest pumps. Let's have a little look in the top. Yeah, it is. It is in the top 100, the biggest uptrend out of all of them. You can see in the graph just straight up. Will that mean it'll go down 30% tomorrow? I don't know, probably. But yeah, that's a massive pump for Verge. They did post on their Twitter actually saying about, I think they've got a hard fork coming up or something. Let's have a little look. Verge, was it Verge Life or Verge Currency? Let's try Verge Currency. Oh, well, it's not going to be on here now, but they did. Someone posted, whether it was the official Verge or not, saying that I'll be careful because Verge is going to have massive volatility over the next few days, especially with the fork that's coming up. So I wondered actually. I wondered, if there's a hard fork coming up. Oh, look, here we go. Verge Life. So sorry, it was Verge Life. I don't know if this is someone official at Verge. I don't know. Also, it's just a fan-made one. I fully expect to see a very volatile Verge over the next 2 weeks. There will be people trying to get in before the 17th, while others FOMO chasing green candles. Still, others will scalp profits at their pre-decided price points. It's going to be a ride, so hang on tight. So obviously I read that, and then I checked the price of Verge. I wonder why they're saying that. And I checked for, oh god, it's like doubled in price. So they obviously know saying that, I don't. But something's happening to Verge on the 17th. I haven't looked into what. I'm sure someone will comment in a second with what it is. But that's good news for Verge. Makes me wish, maybe I should have just held on to my Verge rather than, well, I should have definitely held on to my Verge other than putting it into Z Classic. This video is sponsored by Coca-Cola. It's not really. I wish it was. I wish I had enough audience to warrant Coca-Cola approach me. Vulcan99 says, Yo Glenn, I did hashflare and I found out that in order to make money with cloud mining, then he stopped. If Verge gets to 22 cents, I'll break even. Fucking hell. Sorry to hear that, Verge. Raw, sorry, I mean. Fry says, you can type sentences without pressing enter. Without pressing enter. Yeah, so that's Verge anyway. Maybe someone will comment in a second what's happening to Verge in the on the 17th, which is only a week away. Well, that's about 2 weeks away, I suppose. So Bitcoin, went up to 7.4 today, up 6% from yesterday, apparently. Ethereum has gone up. Obviously, Ethereum, shot up quite quickly, actually, I would say. It's gone up 8% today. Ripple's gone up 10%. But who cares about Ripple? No, I'm joking. I know some of you really like Ripple. Bitcoin Cash, though. Bitcoin Cash is still on the low side compared to all the others. If you look at all the graphs, all of them have quite a steep incline, but Verge is sort of sideways a bit. Litecoin's gone up quite a bit. That was at $112 a couple of days ago. Now it's at $133. Oh, and this was interesting again. What's his name? Charlie Lee, or Fake Satoshi, or Satoshi Light, sorry. He posted a picture, this picture here, about the flattening. So if you don't know, the flattening, someone was saying that Ethereum eventually will overtake Bitcoin as the #1 cryptocurrency in terms of market cap, because Ethereum has an unlimited supply of coins. So there isn't actually a finite amount of coins, whereas Bitcoin there is. So eventually they were saying that if Ethereum keeps going up in price, it's going to overtake Bitcoin. And they called that the flipping in from second to, But then Charlie Lee came out and said, screw the flipping in. He was all about the flapping in, which obviously his little logo is a chicken, saying that Litecoin was going to go above Bitcoin Cash. So these are the metrics. They were quite interesting read. Forgetting about obviously the total market cap, because I don't particularly care about that, but they're saying that it's at an all-time high. So if you look at, because obviously the Bitcoin Cash has come down in price, whereas Litecoin has had quite a steep up today. It's currently total market cap at 7.6 billion, whereas Bitcoin Cash is at 12.2 billion. So it's the closest it's ever been. It's at 62%. When that reaches 100%, that's when the flapping in will happen. Current price $136 compared to $716, so a bit over where they are now. But then the rest of it is all Litecoin all the way. So this is where Bitcoin Cash beats Litecoin. But then we've got active addresses in the last 24 hours, 92,000 as opposed to 47,000 for Bitcoin Cash. Transactions in the last 24 hours, 27,000 as opposed to 21,000, so it's at 132%. Trading volume is massive, 321,000 as opposed to Bitcoin Cash's 43,000. Mining reward, this was quite interesting. So Litecoin, I didn't think Litecoin would offer a very good mining reward because their transaction fees were so low. But apparently their mining reward in the last 24 hours, I assume this is because they've maybe been mined a lot more, I don't know. But that's 1.9 million in rewards, whereas Bitcoin Cash has paid out in the last 24 hours 1.3 million. And the average block time is 2.5 minutes, whereas Bitcoin Cash is 9.5 minutes. So it's 381% better than that. So Litecoin shining the way, and I've been championing Litecoin not because I'm not I'm not a fanboy. I'm not going to be like, oh, I really like Litecoin because I really like Charlie Lee. Not that at all. Just when Bitcoin became too expensive to use as a currency, everyone's next point of call was Litecoin, and it really opened my eyes because and I felt the same. I thought, you know what? I'll use Litecoin. It's cheaper, it's faster, it's accepted on most exchanges. So and most websites that accept cryptocurrency normally accept Litecoin. So to me, it just made me think, oh yeah, if everyone's jumping straight from Bitcoin to Litecoin, I never ever thought, oh okay, I'll go from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. It's just Litecoin was faster, cheaper, it was more widely available. Yeah, and it works. That's right. Litecoin it works. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. And that made me think, why is Litecoin not like the second number? Why isn't it number two? Forget overtaking Bitcoin Cash. Why is it not just below Bitcoin? That's my opinion, but do what you want with it. If Verge gets 22, oh yeah, I read that one. I got Litecoin at £80 the other day. It's at £96. Oh, that's in British pounds, yeah. I like Litecoin because it works, yeah. I agree with you, Raw, all the way. So that was quite an interesting topic there. We're covering it. We're going through this quite quick, guys. We've covered Verge and the flapping within like 10-15 minutes. I haven't done my plugs, have I? Fred's going to come on in a minute and he's going to kick off. So if you want to follow me, if you want to talk to me outside of this live chat video, you can contact me through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all with the name BitGlen. If I'm being completely honest, Twitter's probably the best way to contact me, and the number one best way to contact me is through Telegram, and there's a link in the description down below, or there should be, for our super chat. So it's all of us. I can talk to like 100 people with one message, rather than going to loads of different sites and chatting to people different ways. So Telegram's the number one way to talk to me. If you want more of a one-to-one conversation with me, then probably Twitter. And if you want to send me a photo, Instagram. But yeah, that's probably the best way. What else have I got to plug? Don't forget to subscribe to this video if you want to keep following my cryptocurrency journey and what I'm learning every day. And if you like this content, please subscribe, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I don't know how many of you are watching this video right now, but if you all give me a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Luda is in the house. Oh, Luda, I've missed you. Where have you been? Something is missing in your video title. Well, to be fair, I did forget. Bitmain released their E3 asic miner, verge price pumps, hashflare minimum withdrawal. Really? Oh, interesting news. You want me to change it? Hashflare lower withdrawal. I've mentioned this a lot of times, like a lot, and some of you will probably be bored. I've mentioned hashflare, and I get a lot of stick for mentioning hashflare because people say, oh, you're just trying to shill us and sell us and use your referral link or whatever. So I get a lot of stick for it for that. But and I just show you because, and you might say, yeah, but Glenn, you're just doing it for the views, and that's not the way it should be. Blah blah blah. But to me, this is a metric of what people want to. This is clearly what people want to see from me. So if I go to my video manager, what was it? I was looking. What one was I looking at the other day? All my videos generally now get 200 to 300 views, which I'm really happy with. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I remember when I first started videos getting like 50 views. If you look back at my very first videos, I was like, whoa, 50 people have listened to what I've said. Now I'm getting like 200-300. But the other day, obviously I talked about hashflare's discount code. I know 769. Hashflare discount 698. But then I don't mention hashflare 146. Don't mention hashflare 176. You know, obviously, as soon as I mention hashflare, the views go up. Obviously, it finds more people more interested. But anyway, to get onto your point, Luda, no, I did not know that. I have not checked the hashflare withdrawal. Let's have a little look. Withdrawal, here we go. Oh, they've lowered it yet again. So it's it was 0.05, then they lowered it to 0.04, and now, as of today, as Luda's rightly pointed out, it's 0.03, which is fantastic news. This is unless they put it back up again for some unknown reason. This is exactly what everyone. If you go to anything on where hashflare posts, so like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they could put a picture up of, I don't know, them raising loads of money for cancer or something, and the first comment will be, when are you going to lower your withdrawal? They did say that they were working on the site actually, and they said that we've paid everyone out. Incorrect payout values have now been corrected. We apologise for any inconvenience. Thank you for your continued patience. I haven't read these comments, so I don't know what's going to pop up. Thank you for resolving the issue. Some of my followers were affected. Thanks for the community letting us know the issue. Blah, blah, blah. It's nice. Extremely hot. Yeah, here we go. So it wasn't the first comment. This guy, Crypto Bud, was the first comment, and they've had a conversation. Second comment. That's nice. What about the extremely high maintenance fee? It increased in a month from 30% to around 67%. Oh, the maintenance fee. Damn it. Wasn't actually the withdrawal fee. Maintenance fee is ridiculous. Limit reduced to, looks like you guys finally listening to people, but no thanks yet. You have my applause. When it gets to 0.005, just like Genesis mining. Is that the withdrawal limit for Bitcoin on Genesis mining? Hellish Flashflare, you better reward true customers, increase their contract term to 2 years. God, they just get tons of stick. You can see why they don't reply to people like that, because they get that all the time. Like just loads and loads of negativity. So Luda says, what's up, what's up, what's up? Glen team. I was away, business trip again. Luda's working his balls off. Hey Glenn, what's up? Have you loaded up your envying bags anymore with these low prices? I'm thinking to invest 3k into BTC at this price from that business trip. What do you think? Will BT ever low again? I reckon, I did actually say on my video, probably this weekend it'll probably dip again. Just me guessing. But you got to ask yourself, by Sunday we will have Wednesday, probably a price increase. Thursday, probably stagnate. So what we're saying, 7.7. I think I said that yesterday, didn't I? I think it'd be 7.7 by the end of the week. Maybe sort of touching 8 grand by Friday. Saturday probably stagnates. Sunday it'll probably dip back down to 7.6. I'm gonna say. So in that respect, I think now is a good time to buy it, but you never know. It could literally crash tomorrow. I don't know. Don't take that as any financial advice. Around 6k. If it's you guys know that I believe that mid-May is going to be when it starts to ramp up. Got no evidence for that, just from what I've seen, what I've read, what I personally feel. I think mid-May is going to be when it starts to ramp up. So if you buy any time between now and mid-May, I'm sure come October you'll be happy. You're going to be happy. That's my honest opinion. Maybe we'll wait till Monday. We will hopefully never see 6K again. Hopefully, I would like to see 6K again. But what is interesting is that if you look at the price of Bitcoin, it seems to have, and I'm obviously, again, I don't believe in technical analysis and I'm not a huge fan of it, but there does seem to be a lot of, they call it, you listen to a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that, they call, and technical analysis, they call it support levels. And what I believe that means is that when the Bitcoin gets to a certain price, people think, well, I'm not willing to sell that low. I think it's worth more than that. And also, obviously, people think, oh, Bitcoin's that price, I'm going to get in because that's cheap. And that seems to be about 6.5K. If you actually look across this line here at the bottom, I'm pointing at the screen now. You can't see that, but imagine you see a big fat finger pointing at the screen. You got 6.5K there. 7.5. I swear it dipped. 6.6, and then it had another dip there. 6.6. So 6.5K seems to be, if you like, the floor level. It's been there 3 times before, and it's gone up from that. So that's, if you're buying at 7.4, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, you're talking what's that? About £800 to £900 from the bottom to where we are now. In terms of percentage wise, it's currently at 7.5 grand. Let's say it was 8 grand, then you're talking 10%. So you could increase your position by 10% if you wait for a potential 6.5K again. But you could just run the risk of it going up 750 quid from now and you've lost another 10%. So swings and roundabouts. We will hopefully never see 6K again. My bankroll does not like these kind of tips. If we don't, then I'm buying Envian for that money. I want to see 1K for just 1 hour, please. Change your graph to 7 days to see a better resolution of the chart prices. Boom. Yeah, so you can see the dips there. So you got what we had, one dip, then a big price rise, then a dip, stagnated for a bit, then obviously a big dip, and yeah, on we go. But hopefully, you know, I said the last dip, I think these will be the lowest prices we'll see this year when it was at 6.4. So no, when it went down to 6.2, and I think I said this is the cheapest I think you're going to see Bitcoin this year. Obviously, it's only been a month since I said that, or was it mid-February? So yeah, month and a half, and that stands true so far. And I think it's only going to get better throughout the year. So we shall see. We shall see. Envian. Right, let's cover the coins quickly that everyone knows that obviously I'm invested in, because a lot of you watching are either in the same position. It's at 46 cent, which is still pretty good. Obviously it was lower. It went to 39 cent, I believe, at one point. Let's have a look at a 7-day chart. Yeah, 39 cent was its bottom. That is cheap. Yeah. There's not really much else I can say about Envian. There's been no updates, been no news, no Twitters, literally nothing. So the only thing to talk about Envian is the price of the coin has gone up like ½ cent. So that's really all I can mention about that one. Bitcoin private, So it's up a little bit, not a lot compared to some of the other cryptocurrencies out there. I did notice though that the circulating supply hasn't been declared yet, and their US dollar, obviously Envying, we know that took a week or two, I believe. So I don't know. We'll wait for Bitcoin Private to catch up with that. But currently it's $23. I assume that's its bottom because it's been that for a while now, $25. So hopefully we can get that back up to $100 at some point. Or 80, 100, something like that. I'm sure the second I sell it, it will go up to those prices. The other one was Z Classic. Last time I checked, I believe it was like $6 or $8, something like that. 5, and that's up as well. So God, what was that? What was that low? Well, let's have a look over the last 3 months. Its low is, let's go 1 month. Got to be there. $2.94. Jeez. Yeah, took a big hit. What's the other ones? Signal. I've got some Signal token. Let's see if that's gone up today. That's up to 1.8 cent. It's up 10%. So we'll wait for that to keep rising. Rise through the ashes. Z Classic, Envying. What other one do you guys want me check? Let's check some fuck token. It's not up or down apparently. No percentage increase at all. Let's have a look. Where's that worth? It seems to be like really volatile, this coin, but that's because people don't give a fuck, and now they can. 1 cent all the way up to almost 3 cent, and then all the way back down. Now we're at 1.5 cent. Did you look into MNX? No, I haven't. I haven't had a chance today. MNX, Minex coin. It's up 10% in the last 24 hours. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to fall asleep. Not yet. So it was at $32 a little while ago. Now it's at 22. But it's on the rise, so as with a lot of other coins. ONT, $2.29, up 11.5%. This one seems a bit better actually in terms of looking at charts. To me, the other one, that Minex coin, looked too volatile. It looked too much like a pump and dump sort of coin, whereas this one looks a lot more stagnant, steady price, which is good. Obviously, you want to see big pumps, but you want to see them for a reason, not just like at the blue for no reason. That's what I think anyway. I didn't catch where you did your invest. What? Any news on Envying since last week? No, there's been no news with Envying. Bit disappointed, really, if anything. Haven't really mentioned anything. I didn't catch where did you invest your hashflare withdrawal? Oh, what, the 0.05? I put it into GDAX. I will show you. Let's go to... I put it into GDAX and I started playing about with... when the prices were dipping, Luda, I was just either changing them for other coins. I was just keeping an eye here on what were the biggest losses. So like now I'd be looking at this Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin Private, trying to accumulate more coins, and then once it was on the up, convert it back into Bitcoin itself, or changing it into fiat money, British pounds, euros. I was doing that with Bitcoin. I tend to find it was really hard. I think this strategy works if you buy at the dip and you wait a few days, and then unless the price just goes up or down, but it doesn't tend to do that. It tends to go up one day, they all go up together, and then it goes down another day. So once you start doing it, you start to keep up to date with, for literally for 2 or 3 days straight, I was checking the price of Bitcoin every 20 minutes, I would say. I was following Richard Hart as well on the Telegram group chat. He's really good at calling where he thinks the price is going to bottom out, I don't think he really calls where the price is going to go to, but he says, I think we're going to 6.2 here, 6.4. Some of his shouts were completely wrong. Some of them were pretty spot on. So I was just keeping an eye on him, and really I was trying to buy at the lowest points. I was just hoping that I could buy at the lowest point. I feel that I have. I bought this at sort of 6.9, this Bitcoin. And Litecoin I got at $130, I believe. So where it is now, so anything from now is a profit. I've also got some Ethereum. You can see that I've got half an Ethereum coin, and I bought that when it was at, I'm gonna say $315, I think. So what I'm hoping is all three of those coins obviously go up in price as they have done. I'm going to leave it for some period of time. I don't know how long. Some period of time where I feel like I can take a bit of profit out of that and actually cash out for fiat money and then pay myself something. But for now, I'm just leaving it as it is because I've bought all of those coins at really good prices. So, you know, I'm quite happy with my position in them. Finally got you live, mate. Yo, yo, yo. Hello, Dean. I've noticed, Dean, you put some really good feedback in the comment section, so thank you for that. I haven't got round to doing all my YouTube comments. I normally have to go on the laptop to do it properly, and pretty much I go on this laptop, do my live video, and then shut it, and then the app on the phone, they come through like this. Obviously, I get a notification. I don't know if you can see. Right, it's too colourful, too blurry. They come up like this, and when you actually open them up, the app on YouTube is shit. It's just really shit, and it's hard to keep track of everyone. So sorry if I haven't got back to your comment. That's what I'm trying to get at. Evening, lads. Hello, Gareth. Nice to see you again. So you lost 0.28 at the Mo, 0.022. Rich Hart is the man. Got a new coin coming out. Will be good for miners. Oh, my bad, you didn't. No, I mean, I can't even work that out. I'd have to go through. I'd have to work out how much. So, well, let's do that. Let's do it now because I'm interested and you're interested. Why not? So, if I was to cash out my Ethereum now, I would receive 0.02943,531 plus. Then we're going to do the Litecoin. Litecoin, if I was to cash that out for Bitcoin right now, I would receive 0.05701,917 plus obviously Bitcoin. I've got 0.02868,663. That would give me 0.11514 of a Bitcoin, which I'm happy with that. If you guys know, obviously I had 0.05 Bitcoin as it was, then or something, no, was it a bit less than that? I think it was 0.045 or something like that. So let's minus that off. Let's minus off 0.045, and then we're going to minus off 0.05 because that's the amount I received from hashflare for my recent withdrawal. So that's how much I've gained Satoshi wise in the last week or two by doing what I'm doing. So I've actually earned more doing this, just cashing out, buying Bitcoin in the last, what are we going to say, week or so. Then I have, as you can see here, this is what I've mined from Bitcoin since the 24th of March. Today is the 3rd of April, so that's 1 week, 1 week, 3 days, so 10 days. So in the last 10 days, I've earned 0.0077 as opposed to 0.2. So let's minus that off. Minus 0.0077648. So that's how much more I've earned from doing the day trading. Now that is only possible when you buy at a low price, and then when it goes up, it can go either way around, I suppose. When you convert your Satoshis for British pounds, then the price of the Bitcoin goes down, which obviously it was falling quite dramatically. Then you buy some more, then you hope it goes up, then you cash that back out for fiat, and each time you do that, you're accumulating more Satoshis. You actually lose fiat money worth of it, because every time I was investing my, say, 150, 200 British pounds, obviously the price of it was going down and stuff like that, so I was actually losing money, but obviously my goal was to gain Satoshis, which now that it's gone back up in price, I have more Satoshis to go up in value, therefore earning more money. I'm now earning 10% more than I was a week ago. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I've said that clear. I'm pretty shit at explaining stuff like that. MNX is based on a hedge fund type price stabilization. I found that interesting, so bought some and have parked, like staked, then earn additional interest. It's quite cool. Not fast earner though. Everyone wants a fast earner. Glen, should we pump Glencoin? Pump it up. You can thank me later. If you want to pump it, go, by all means, do it. I haven't actually checked. I said this last time. Last time we checked, was it worth, I don't know, 1,500 or 2,000, something like that? My 10 million Glencoin. Portfolio? It's only worth 998. No. It's going down in price. Damn it. But then so is everything else. Go on, Glencoin, you hold in there. I saw you bought 3 BTC. Wow, I've just bought 2. I saw you bought 3 BTC. Me, I didn't buy 3 BTC. I wish I did. I wish I had the money to buy 3 BTC. So yeah, that's what I've been up to, Luda, since I last saw you on the video. Or for anyone that's watching this that wants to know what I'm up to. Obviously, now that hashflare have lowered their withdrawal fees, and if the price of Bitcoin starts to go up now, the amount of Satoshis that I'll be accumulating through hashflare will go up as well. Therefore, I'll get to that 0.03 quicker. You did. BitGlen package arrived. Oh, where are they? Shit. Wait. My son actually lost one of them down the edge of the sofa. Yeah, my kids were playing with them. They loved them. So there they are. There's my... I don't know if I can get that in the video. This one's in a little plastic case. They all were in a plastic case, but I took them all out. But there's the coins. That should be a thumbnail. Yeah, solid they are. Apparently they're coated in gold, but I didn't believe them. It was from China. Probably fake. I probably shouldn't put it in my mouth, to be fair. But yeah, if you listen, solid metal, pretty good. But really, I just wanted to obviously get them so I could do thumbnails just like Ryan Hildreth, where he goes. That was my goal. Not bad. Take as long as an E3 asic to turn up. LOL. They did actually, yes, they took. I ordered them in, was it end of November, December time? And they arrived at the end of March. 3 little coins. I expect creative thumbnails. I don't know about that. It means I've got to put in effort. Right, so I think we're all up to date with all of my investments, all of the coins, what the prices of everything are. Let's jump into what is quite a hot topic, I suppose. So Bitmain announced on Twitter, it was either this morning or yesterday, I can't remember when, that they have released their Antminer E3 asic miner for Ethereum. So this is from what I understand, this is the first available to order Ethereum asic miner. This has been a hot topic because the most profitable coin to mine using GPUs, which obviously there's a massive demand of people doing that at the moment, is Ethereum. So when obviously Bitmain come out and say, right, we're going to release an Ethereum asic miner, which is going to blow any GPU out of the water and a lot of most rigs, obviously that's going to make a lot of people's GPUs either go down in value, their profits go down because obviously there's going to be more hash power in the system. Therefore, the difficulty is probably going to go up dramatically, which is going to make those GPUs, which are not as powerful as these, really drop down in price. So, or less profitable. Sorry. So, a lot of people are like, no, we can't. We don't want this, and it can't all be Bitmain's way. And I see it on both sides actually, because we're currently in a position where Bitmain and China in particular mine 60% of all bitcoins generated, and now obviously you could potentially be looking at Ethereum being a massive percentage all owned and mined in China. So you don't want it too centralized like all the cryptocurrencies. So it is difficult. But saying that, not only are they releasing a powerful asic miner, so I thought I'd do a little bit of research before I come on to this video. $800 is for the unit. Now that is dirt cheap, considering that the Antminer S9 at one point was going for something like $3,000 on this very website. So $800. So I thought, I wonder how much cloud mining let's have a look at their power. If we go down into description, it says here power consumption 800 watts, which ain't too bad. It's pretty good. And their hash rate is 180 mega hashes. Now, obviously, with Bitcoin, if you're new to this, we talk in terahashes. So we're talking like, 10 times more than this. But currently on the Ethereum network, you only need to have so much power to mine and confirm transactions on the Ethereum network. So this is a huge number. A lot of people that mine using GPUs actually use killer hashes per second, not mega hashes, killer, so like 1,000 times lower than this. So I thought, I wonder how much that would cost in hashflare. So obviously hashflare offer Ethereum mining. So if we was to go up to 180 mega hashes, the same as Bitmain's asic miner, this is a 1-year contract, it would set you back $3,960. So when you go back and look at the price of this, you think, whoa, that is cheap, very cheap. It would be very easy for someone to order 10 of these, and all of a sudden then you would have 1.8, is that right? 1.8 terahashes of Ethereum mining, which is massive amounts. So let's have a little look on that Crypto Buddy website and see if this machine is profitable. Now, I've never ever used a calculator to work out how profitable Ethereum mining is. So mega hashes, we're going to put in 180. That's the difficulty. We'll take it as it is. That's the price. power consumption, it's 800 watts. Power cost, so in US dollar, this is normally a tricky one because I have to work out what my power rate is, which I believe I worked it out to be, I think I pay, I'm going to say 11 to cover myself. It might be either 9 or 10, but I'm going to say 11 pence, which in American US dollars would be about 13 cent. So let's do 13 cent. Pool fees, you'd have to pay 1% pool fees with whatever pool you decide to use. Hardware costs, 800. Reoccurring costs, nothing. Obviously, you're just paying the pool fee and the electricity. The price change. See, Ethereum's a hard one at the minute because it's at the, it's at a very low, well, in my opinion, a very low price. So the price change, it could literally triple in the next month, or it might not. What should we do? Should we say 10%? But the difficulty, now you can see here, the average difficulty it says here is minus 0.88. So that's based on, say, the last few. Let's actually read what it says here. Might describe better than me. Difficulty rate is, how's the value calculated? The difficulty change value is calculated by looking at the current difficulty and comparing it to the 12-hour moving average of the difficulty 1 month ago. But once these ASIC miners get into the hands of people, which I think Bitmain are quoting July, shipping mid to end of July. So we're in beginning of April, so you've got the whole of April, May, June, July. So you are talking sort of 3.5 months, I would say, for it to be shipped out, and then depending on where you live. And I think this is not available to anyone in China at the moment. So it's good if you don't live in China. Well, where are we? Let's go back. So I think the difficulty is going to go up dramatically, but I can't predict that in my head. So again, the price change, we've put a 10%. Would it be fair to put the difficulty change? It's really hard because Bitcoin goes up generally 10-12% on average a month. Let's put 8%, I'm going to say, and we are going to never sell the coins. We're going to keep hold of them. So let's have a little look over the course of 12 months. What would we get? So we'd be at minus £800 because that's our costs for the hardware. And according to this, we would be at a profit with one of those miners after 12 months at 2,945, which is awesome, absolutely awesome, going from minus 800 to 2,900. Let's see how many coins that would generate. Coins generated. So you can see here that the it starts to tail off a little bit, but it was saying in a space of 12 months it would mine you 3.5 Ethereum. Now, if the price of Ethereum goes up to 800 as it once was, or even 1,500, we're talking about tripling those prices. Now, I know I've put obviously the price increase 10%, that's why it says 2,900. Let's see what it would be if both of these were zero. If everything stayed as it is today for a whole year, let's see what it says. So you would, let's see how many coins that would generate. So that's saying that you would generate 5.28 Ethereum coins. Don't know about that. Total profits, yeah, let's look at total profits. So you would start off at minus 800 and you would end up at plus 483. So in that respect, not very profitable. So I suppose really you're buying these machines on the basis that you believe the price of Ethereum is going to go up. Otherwise, it's not that worth the risk. And also another thing you've got to take into account is that they may update Ethereum so that it's asic resistant. It's meant to be slightly asic resistant at the minute, but Bitmain have got around it somehow. But it wouldn't be very hard for the development team of Ethereum to make it a lot harder for these ASICs. If, say, they made it completely ASIC resistant, I believe that would make this absolutely worthless, which is why I believe the price is the price it is now. I think if they don't make it ASIC resistant and the price does keep going up, I think that's going to triple. I think that's going to be worth, you know, $1.5 grand, $2 grand within the next 6 months to a year. If obviously they do make it ASIC resistant, it's going to be worth absolutely nothing, unless there's another coin you can mine on the Ethereum blockchain. To mine, oh, I think you can mine. Is it Zcash? So I don't know whether they make the actual. You can see there, look, Ethereum's at the top. So I don't know. Obviously, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts at with this new ASIC miner? I think for $800, I was really tempted to buy one. One, because then I would have an ASIC miner just to have as an experience. But saying that, obviously checking the website, I've gone over to the S9 to see where they're at. Obviously, as we know, they were worth, or they were selling for like $1,200, something like that. Plus, you had to buy the power unit if you wanted their power unit. But and it's running really slow for some reason. But then I noticed that it says there, buy now. The other day when I checked, it said sold out. So if you click on it, it seems that it takes you back to the same page you was on, which isn't very helpful. Maybe they have sold out again now, actually. Remember this did, oh no, I had to drag down. You can, S9. So you can buy one right now and have it delivered, shipped between the 2nd and 10th April. Today's the 3rd of April. But that is $1,450 US. Oh yeah, look, 12.45. So the prices have gone back to what they were when I first started looking into cryptocurrency, which was back in November. And I really wish I'd bought one at the time. Obviously, saying that, the difficulty has gone up a lot since then. So these are less profitable, and the only way, obviously, you can make up for that is the saving money at the beginning, which is why I assume they've put the price down of all their machines. I expect creative thumbnails as powerful at 6 times RX 580 is cheaper to buy, but only do ETH hash around 200 watts less electricity though for ASIC. I see what you're trying to say there, Dean. I'm sure there will be a lot of YouTubers doing comparisons. Probably one of the best ones is, he's probably done a video about this already. Is it Vestcoin, something like that? Oh look, here he is, Vestcoin. Oh yeah, he's already done a video. Now he's quite pro GPU mining. Right, you know, rightly so. Obviously, he's making a YouTube channel about GPU mining. So, but he seems like a really genuine, honest guy. Take from it what you will. I've never met the guy. I don't know him. Just basing it on his videos. Yeah, I'll probably watch that as soon as I finish doing this video. So, BBL Adventure says, "Let's do it. Get to the chopper." Fry says 0.11 pence. Are more like 0.15. Oh, what you mean in US dollar? I don't know. Let's have a look. 0.11 GBP to USD. Might be. Oh, you're spot on there. Well done. You've shown me up. So let's go to my profitability calculator, and we're going to change that to 15 kilowatts. What does that do profitability wise? I don't think this takes into account. Oh look, there we go, 344. It was 400 something, wasn't it? So yeah, that has affected the profitability of that actually. So good shout there, Fryer. Thank you for pointing that out. Coins generated though. Let's have a look at that. But bearing in mind, this is if everything stays as it is. I believe with these ASIC miners about the difficulty will go up dramatically and the price will go up. Oh, I honestly believe Ethereum price is going to go up. That's what I think. Coins generated, if the difficulty goes up 10%, let's do difficulty goes up 15%. That's, bearing in mind this is per month, so it would go up 15% this month, next month, the month after, the month after. Let's see what coins it would generate then. 2.75. Now 2.75, even at today's money, 2.75 times, let's say 400. You're going to make your money back on this ASIC miner, even if the difficulty goes up 15% month on month and the price goes up 10%. But it's really hard to say with Ethereum. I mean, it could go up 25% every month. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but you got to think it was at 1,500 a while back. I know Bitcoin was at 20k and everything else was up, but even when it was down from that, and it was quite stagnant at 900 US dollars, so it could literally go up 100% in the next like 2 weeks. Therefore, you know, let's say that 2.75 times, should we say 800? I think that's a realistic figure for 2,200. I think this miner is going to be profitable whatever way you do it, unless something like the Ethereum resist it all. More has power, will difficulty go up. Each ASIC release gets harder as it gets the coins. Waves charge a $5 to take Bitcoin out of the wallet. Oh, really? Sorry. Can't it mine Litecoin? No, because I think Litecoin you have to mine on not SHA-256. What's the other one? What's the other one, guys? Come on. Someone will point it out to me in a second. Script. You have to mine script with it. And I believe anyway, this, unless you've seen something that I haven't, that E3 is going to mine on the ETH hash, whatever you want to call it, whatever way you pronounce it. Says here only Bitcoin Cash and US dollar wire are accepted in this batch. So I'd have to transfer Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is a bit stagnant at the minute. I could buy one of these now instead of holding on to my Bitcoin. What do you guys think? But then my electricity costs will go up. But then I could mine 5 Ethereum. Could I gain 5 Ethereum by selling what I've got? I believe in glen flare. I would rather pay you for hash rate than hashflare. Well, I'd be more honest and genuine. But then that would work both ways. I'd be like, look guys, you're not earning any money. Or I'd say, guys, here's loads of profit. So what do you guys think? Is this a good thing for the Ethereum blockchain? Is it good for mining in general? Is it good? A lot of the gamers hate GPU mining. I've worded that wrong. Cryptocurrency miners with GPUs, because obviously the demand for GPUs is so high at the minute, the cost of GPUs is so high, whereas if these ASIC miners come out that can mine all these different algorithms, then those GPUs are going to go back to normal levels, all the gamers will be happy. So I suppose we have to wait until Nvidia come out and all those with their new GPUs, how powerful they're going to be, how good they are for mining, how easy they are to set up a rig, what the demand will be like, I suppose, because apparently they're meant to announce them this month. I think Samsung are getting in the mix as well. So there's quite a lot happening in the mining space, and it's knowing where to put your money. I think a look at the new coins you would mine, it would earn the most, cheaper than GPU mining. If they fork, you are forked. What are the shipping costs for the Antminer? Sorry if you said it already. I'm half asleep. No, I haven't said that actually. Let's go through as if we're going to buy one. See what happens. Last time I did this, it sold out while I was in the login process. We can't ship to mainland China in order. Oh look, they've got the exchange rates here. So Bitcoin Cash 708. So you'd have to send over 1.0 something of a Bitcoin Cash. I reckon you follow your heart. You always wanted to start mining, like your December video when you wanted an S8, I think. Yeah. And I'm actually getting the electric sorted out in that shed next week, so I could set up a little mining rig out there. But it is a complete gamble because they might. If I was to buy GPUs today, I know I wouldn't get the same power and it wouldn't be as energy efficient, but at least I'm sort of guaranteed to either get my money back on the GPUs, and because people will still buy them for their gaming needs anyway. Whereas if they make this machine ASIC resistant, I am screwed. I've lost all that. Literally, it won't be worth nothing. No one will want to buy that. So, but it's just so tempting. It's so cheap. So cheap. 13 kilograms. Is there a brick inside? Well, it looks the size of two S9s put together. So, plus you've got to work out import tax and stuff like that. I can't go through the shipping process without putting in my address and everything like that. So, I'm going to have to leave that. But I know with the S9, obviously this is heavier. It was about, I think it was about $60, which in my money was about £45, I believe. Fry might shoot me down for saying that. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Antminer E3. Very, very tempting to get one of these and start mining. I would much prefer to buy one of these. I wonder actually if this is going to have a knock-on effect with hashflare, because you know, how can they justify that price when you can buy an ASIC miner that does the same? So I wonder if you bought two, that would put you at 360. That's 8 grand. Whereas opposed to doing it that way, you'd have what would that cost you? 1,600 plus maybe a couple power units, so 200 on top. So it'd be 1,800 as opposed to 7,920. Hashflare gonna get cheaper and double whammy for you. That's new, Glenn. You can't compare it right now. Just wait more. Yes, that's true. Yeah, I mean, probably the best thing to do is wait. But what's going to happen is every single person that is interested in mining or making money out of mining in any way, as I am, they are going to be doing exactly what I've just done just now, and they're going to order it, and it's going to become sold out. And then there's going to be a massive waiting list for it, and the price of Ethereum will go up, and I'll think, fuck's sake, why didn't I get in sooner? Same with the S9. I wish I'd bought that when I... Well, do I? I don't know. I don't know, guys. If I'd bought the Antminer S9 when I was thinking about it in December, I actually chose to put my money into hashflare at the time just because I felt it was a better opportunity and less hassle. Am I happy? What would I have got? Let's have a look. Let's see how good this calculator is. Let's go Bitcoin. Enter hash rate. So we'll put 13 terahashes. That's the difficulty. But obviously the difficulty would have been lower in December. Bear in mind, we're going back in time now. We're going back 3 or 4 months. Bitcoin reward was the same. Bitcoin price was dramatically different. It was double, but we're going to forget the price. We're just going to look at Satoshis. I can't remember what the power watt is. Is it 1200 on those? We'll do 15 for that. Pull fee 1%. Never sell the coins. Reoccurring costs, hardware costs. It was going to cost me $1,500, I think. Profitable in never. Difficulty change. So it's saying the difficulty will go up 14% every month. Let's make Bitcoin the same. That way it's completely fair, I suppose. And we're going to base this over, yeah, let's leave it at 6 months. So obviously I would have been minus the $1,500 for the machine at the beginning. And currently, obviously we're sort of 4 months later, I would be here. I'd still be minus £600. Now let's forget about the profitability of it. Let's look at coins generated, because that doesn't matter what the price of the coin is. I would have mined now 0.0905 of a Bitcoin. Obviously with hashflare starting in December, end of November, December, I put in 1,600, and all in total I have withdrawn 0.15. So I am actually better off. I have been better off with hashflare than I would have had with an Antminer S9 running at my house for the last 4 months. Whether that's going to catch up or not, and obviously you've got to look into the fact that I've did the reinvestment for the first few months. That's why I've got a decent amount of terahash now. So yeah, it's really difficult actually. A lot of people say to me, oh Glenn, you know, hashflare's this, hashflare's that. You're better off mining on your own, better buy a GPU mining rig. But every time I look back at the figures of what I would have earned as opposed to what I have earned, it always comes out better off. And people are going to comment and say, Glenn, you're only saying that, you got referral commission. And even if you take that out, if you took out my referral commission, what would I have got? I think I'd still be the same, if not better off. I don't know. It is hard to say. What happens if they restrict Ethereum to 120 million, as suggested by Vitalik? Is it Vitalik? Am I saying that? Vitalik? Well, Ian, that is a good point. So I think I wanted to talk about this actually, but I was going to do a separate video on it. Restricting Ethereum to 120 mil, $1 million. So, as an April Fool's, they released a statement that I think that Vitalik was a part of, and he said, "Oh, why don't we restrict the price, circulating supply of Ethereum to 120 million. Therefore, instead of it being completely unlimited, there'll be a finite amount, which therefore over time will always increase the value of Ethereum. It's a way of securing the price of Ethereum and also the interest and the reason why people would want to mine it." He said that as a prank. He got a load of stick both ways. So a lot of people said, no, don't do this. You're going against the original vision and blah, blah, blah. And it's bad because of this. It's bad because of that. You know, what happens if people want to invest in an ICO on an ERC20 token basis? And, you know, if you have to buy this Ethereum, which costs you God knows how much, you know, if the price was sky high, they were saying it would be unfair. But on the plus side, everyone was like, yeah, do it. Because obviously everyone's thinking, yes, my Ethereum's going to be worth more money. So he got it both ways. And it turns out I think it was more popular that he did do it. Anyway, he came out and said, oh no, it was just an April Fool's Day prank and ha ha ha. But then he came out and said, well, actually, I've had so much support for this change. I'm actually considering, you know, or it's up to the the community and the development team if they want to bring that on. So now it's actually up for discussion whether Ethereum should do it or not from this prank. So it makes me think, actually, I wonder if he double bluffed people. It's like me saying, I don't know why I use this as an example, but if I say I went out and cheated on my wife and I said, "Hey babe, I pulled a bird the other night," and she says, "Yeah, whatever, Glenn," and if she ever found out, I'd say, "Well, I did tell you." Sure, yeah, but you said it as a joke. No, I told you I pulled a bird the other night. I felt like if he just released that generally, he probably thought, "Oh my god, I'm going to get absolutely slated." If I release it and say it was a April Fool's Day prank, I'm covered both ways. And now obviously everyone's like, yeah, do it. And he's like, "Oh right, it was just a prank, but yeah, if you're saying that, then yeah, I might do it." So yeah, very very clever, very sly if he did do that, and I say thumbs up to him. Fuck it, it's his project. He can do what he wants. Hashflare will lower prices soon. You need a really good electricity tariff to stand a chance of getting a profit within 6 months to a year. It's really tricky decision. It is, yeah. It's very hard. And I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. As someone said, you've got to go with your gut feeling. And then you've got to weigh up, would you be just better off? If I had a spare $800, if I just bought some Ethereum, that would buy me 2 whole Ethereum coins. They would go up in price just by themselves over the course of 6 months to a year. But then if you get the miner and you actually mine 5 coins from it, you're actually better off with the machine. You can see why I've got a bald patch now, just from fucking cryptocurrency. Stressing out. Antminer won't last for 30 years, Bitglen. I don't think I'm going to last 30 years. I think it's better to buy Ethereum right now and just wait for it to go up 1.4k again. That's my opinion. And that is, yes, I've just said that actually, Luda. So yeah, I definitely agree with you. That's exactly what he did. Smart guy. So Gareth agrees with me. He thinks that he's pulled a double bluff, if you like. Very clever. So I was going to do a separate video on that, but I've just covered it there, I suppose. But that's it really, guys. I think I've been talking for over an hour. I noticed Superman posted a poll on his Twitter about how long would you like to see my videos going forward. And I thought, that's quite interesting because my videos are really long. And if he gets obviously he's going to get a lot better feedback. I say better, more. He's going to get more feedback than I'll ever get. Important question: what length of cryptocurrency videos would you prefer to see on a daily basis? Obviously, this sort of touched me a bit because obviously I think, oh yeah, I wonder how long people would like to see my videos for. And the majority said 30 minimum max. So what do you guys think? Do you think that my hour and a bit long videos are too much? Does it put you off watching the videos in the first place? Do I bore you half to sleep? I don't know. Maybe I should make them half hour. I find it really hard to how they plan that, because I suppose if I just got rid of you guys, that sounds really harsh, but if I was to say get rid of you guys and I was just talking like this over obviously my internet, I could just say what I want to say. No one asking me any questions. No one making me rear off in a different direction. Some of you have already asked me different questions today, and I've gone down a different path to what I was talking about, therefore shortening my videos. But I really like having you guys there chatting to me. I really like the banter. I like the, you guys give me so much advice. Now I know he does the same. I think he has. Not that I'm trying to be the next Superman. I'm not. But obviously, the reason I bring this up was just because I thought, I wonder how long people would like to see my videos for. So I that's all I was thinking. I know. I think he has an iPad. while he's doing it, and he's reading the live chat on an iPad, so he can sort of say what he wants to say, and he can switch off, because he can say if I had like all of you guys talking on this, and I just held it, like over here, and I just go, right guys, I think Bitcoin's going to go. Oh, Luda says, your t-shirt's on the wrong way around, blah blah blah. Yeah, thanks Luda. But then if I wanted, right, this is really important, I want to focus, I could just turn away from that and be like, right, blah 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 blah. Get the video done. That's it from me, guys. Blah 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 blah. Plus, also, if my channel became too big, I wouldn't be able to read all the comments. It would go up too fast. So I don't know. So maybe that is something I will change in the future. But for now, if you guys like the way I am, if you like the length of these videos, if you don't mind me blabbering on for an hour, falling asleep live on video, then I'll carry on doing it. So that's exactly what I'll say. You can't make 30-minute live video. You are unique. I don't think he's sharing his life though, whereas you, and there's an interaction with you. Yeah, that's what I'd like to think. Like, I'm talking to you guys now, reading what you're saying. So not only am I reading what you're saying, I try to read them out, so then everyone in this whole video knows what I'm reading, who said it. So it's like a group, like a team Bitglen. So I'd like to get everyone all involved. So I hope that works out. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll just have a dedicated 100 people that watch my videos and no one else. 45 to an hour is good because you actually go off the chat and it keeps everyone engaged. Other YouTubers are more like generic. I like it when Glenn talks one moment about BTC, another about asic. Priceless. Oh well. Don't get me started. I could talk about that all day long. So that's I think that's all the topics I wanted to cover. Actually, it's more than all the topics I wanted to cover today. Thank you for all the support. Actually, I wonder. Last, when I checked my channel, I know I said I wouldn't talk about subscribers, but we was at a key point. Oh no, we've gone down one. Since I've been doing this video, someone has unsubscribed from me. I was actually at 1,099 subscribers, so I thought, oh, one more subscriber and I'll hit 1,100. Happy days. But I've actually gone down one. So if you are new to this, please click the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all named Bitglen. You can join the Telegram group chat. There's if you want to support me in any way, there's a donations page down below. I try to use any money that people donate to buy back something that's going to add value to the videos. I'm not just going to go out and spunk it on fucking sweets and cans of Coke. Or you can use, I've got a referral link for Binance and hashflare down there. I think they're the only ones I've got. I might have Coinbase as well, but a lot of you all have Coinbase accounts anyway. What's the worst model car to buy and why? Don't do it now, I have to go too. Don't do it now. Oh, you mean talk about my ex-wife? I wonder what you're talking about then. What's the worst model car to buy and why? Fiat or Peugeot, I guess. Worst car. Now, I used to be in the motor trade, buying and selling cars. What's the one car that if it came in, we would be like, oh no? It would be, I tell this. I'm looking at it as a business purchase point of view. The car that I always dreaded when customers pulled up, and this isn't because it's a bad car, I really like them, is the BMW Mini. BMW Minis are tiny little cars, but with a massive price tag, because BMW bought the rights to them, they put the BMW name on it, and obviously then they had a massive branding push. Anyway, in my opinion, well overpriced for what they are. Now what this means is when people are paying monthly for their vehicle on a PCP or finance plan, hire purchase, whatever you call it in your country, they used to be, we used to call it massively upside down. I don't know if, so if your car is worth 10 grand and you bought it at 10 grand and you put down 2 grand as a deposit, technically you're up 2 grand. But obviously your car depreciates in time, but the amount you pay off really stays the same until you start making monthly payments. As soon as you drive the car off the forecourt, the, well, I'm doing this the wrong way round, but um, no, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? But the amount the car would be worth would dramatically drop. So instead of it being worth 10k, it would be worth 8k straight away. Soon as it becomes registered, you've lost a couple of grand. Generally, that's due to tax and VAT. You've got to take that straight off the car, which in our country is 20%. So you lose 20% of a car instantly. As soon as they register it, you ain't even picked it up yet. It's still in the showroom. You could still technically back out of it if you really argued enough, which very rarely happened. Um, so yeah, that was the car. I always used to be like, oh fuck, they've got a BMW Mini. They would come in and say, "No, mate, I bought my BMW Mini, but I'm paying £400 a month for it." Or it was more likely 350, something like that. £300. This is British pounds I'm talking. Um, and we want to lower our payments. How much is the Clio, Renault Clio? And we'd say, oh yeah, it's 150 a month. And they go, oh bloody hell, that'll save us £200 a month. Then they would say, well, how much are you going to offer me for my car? And we would look at it and say, we'd look all around it, look at the values online, look see what they're going for at the auctions, and we'd say, oh, we'd offer you, 12k for your car, and they would say, what? I paid 20 for it, mate. I paid fucking 20 for it only 6 months ago, and we'd say, yeah, and we would say then, oh, you're 8k upside down. And that's the term we used. We say, sorry, you're upside down by 8k. Um, and that was the car. If you're asking me what is the worst car to buy in terms of looks and reliability, it has to be some Peugeot, like, or the Citroen Cactus. That is an ugly ass car. Very good miles per gallon, but fucking shit looking car. And what's the other one? Oh god, don't get me started on cars. Don't get me started. Sorry, I'm going off tangent. I'm actually wearing a Ferrari top. Someone just went on holiday and they bought me a holiday gift. And they said, "Oh, Glenn's into Formula One," so they bought me Ferrari. I hate Ferrari. I wouldn't own a Ferrari. Well, I would if someone gave me one, but I wouldn't necessarily go out and buy a Ferrari. I don't support Ferrari in any way. But they just said, "Oh, Glenn, you like Formula One," and it's actually quite a soft, nice top. I quite like it. I just wish I could pick the logo off. I've spent more on parts than it cost me to buy in the first place. Used car, low miles. What car is that then, Raw? Have you tried Kraken Exchange? I cashed out to my bank Crimbo time. Only cost 6 cents for €350. I looked 2 hours later, and it was in the bank. Nice. No, I haven't. I've heard bad things about Kraken, but it is one of the major ones out there. But they did have a bit of trouble. I'm going to say 2, 3 months ago. So I've sort of stayed clear of them really, and everyone seems to love Binance. So I just thought, you know what? Why have, unless there's a coin that you desperately want and it's only on a set exchange, then you have to create an account. My dream family car is the BMW X5. I'm having a Golf Mark, what's that, 7? Citroen C3. Pugs and Citroen have crap wiring but solid bodies. Camry lifetime warranty WTG. Volkswagen best resale value. Volkswagen, oh, they do hold their value pretty well, Gareth, you're right. But Volkswagen, to me, are not worth the money. I'm going to start off an argument now. I went into a Volkswagen Golf, which is the car that every lad 18 to probably 30 want. The Volkswagen Golf. And I never went through the boy racers phase. I never did that. I never did up a car. I actually passed my test quite late. I was driving, I should probably say this, without a license for some years. So I tried to keep low key, no dragging it around because I knew I'd get caught out. So I'm telling I'm opening up to my life now. What am I trying to say? And I went into a Volkswagen Golf at a period in my life where I could afford one. And I sat in it, and obviously I worked at Renault. And I'm not saying Renaults are the best cars because they're not. They have come a long way. But with the Renault Clio, you used to get sat nav built into the dashboard. Really sleek, really nice looking sat nav, quite easy to use, big bold buttons. It looked really modern. Apple connectivity, automatic lights, automatic wipers. Fucking hell, I can't. Obviously, power steering, all the usual shit. Electric windows front and back. Anyway, I've gone into like a Volkswagen Golf, brand new one in the showroom. Like fucking, you're talking like 16 to 20 grand for like, depending on what spec one you choose. And I've sat in the car and I'm like, it's just a sea of black, just black plastic everywhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. Does this come with a sat nav? Yeah, we can stick one on the windscreen if you want. And I'm like, what? Like with a suction cup. Oh yeah, you can buy the official Volkswagen one. It's £300 on top, or £500. I was like, what? I was like, mate, you do know it's 2017. So it just really put me off. Like, and they were saying, oh, if you want, it's wind down windows in the back. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was like, do you know what? Fuck this. If I was to buy, I was actually talking about this. Me and my friend, we talk about cars all the time. He works in the car rental industry. I used to work at car sales, so we know most of the cars out there, and we've both been in loads of different cars. I've actually got a Land Rover Discovery. I loved Land Rovers since I was little. My granddad had one, and he got a Range Rover, and I always looked up to him. He'd done the best in our family, and he's quite well off now. And I always thought one day I'm going to have a Land Rover of my own. And when I was looking to buy a car, I was actually looking at a 7-seater car, and Land Rover just released the new Discovery Sport. That's the one I've got, Discovery Sport, and it's got 7 seats. And I was like, oh my god, a Land Rover with 7 seats. And I'm paying for it to this day. Just for cashing out, not trading. Okay, gotta go. Catch you next time. Coinbase fees are mad, and it takes days to get it. Dean, you on my team. I have had the Mark 1 Golf 3 Jumbo and Polo 1600i. Team Bitglen Edgar. I use Abra app. Coinbase is a rip-off. If you're from the UK, obviously, apparently they have the license now with Barclays Bank, so they have a UK bank. So apparently their fees for the population, customers, if you like, may decrease, may be quicker, more faster to make withdrawals and payouts and stuff like that. I don't know if that's going to happen, to be honest. It probably just means they're going to get more profits in their back pocket somehow. We'll see with that. But I haven't actually used Coinbase in a long time. But if you are looking to sign up to Coinbase, use my link down below. You'll get a free, was it $10 worth? You either get free $10 worth or $7 worth of Bitcoin for free, and then I receive $7 Bitcoin free as well, if you want to use that link. Entirely up to you. Abra, we'll have a look. The other one people keep telling me to use is, I can't remember. So many people tell me different ICOs, coins, tokens, exchanges to look into. My mind just... there's a few of them out there now that are all offering to use, from fiat into cryptocurrency, and obviously they're all competing with fees now, which is good. I still like Coinbase. They're the most trustworthy and reliable out there. So I would, unless you were putting in like tens of thousands, even if you was putting in tens of thousands, I would pay the extra for the security and the safety of using Coinbase over some other app that you don't trust necessarily. If you want to take that risk, go for it, and you might save yourself £5 to £10 in fees I would rather pay the £5 to £10 of fees and know my money is safe. It's going to be there. I can transfer it out. Obviously, I use GDAX as the exchange platform to cash in and out. So I just find it, to me, Coinbase is the Apple of the cryptocurrency world, and it just works. Everything works. Not saying that it's definitely going to be the case for all time. Maybe one day where Coinbase crashes or gets hacked. But up to this point, they've been the most reliable and most trustworthy. And they seem like they're putting a lot of money into customer service. So yeah, that's my safest bet. It was £25 for moving 100 BTC at the time. When was that? Was that back in December? Because the fees have come down a lot now, especially since Coinbase have accepted the SegWit soft fork. Their fees have come down with moving Bitcoin about, so might be worth having a look to see what it is now. I think that's it from me, guys. I think I've answered. I've only bought my card with them, so it's been expensive for me. Yeah, I've only paid using credit card actually, and yeah, that cost me a bomb. Never taken anything or yet. Gareth, you just hit the nail on the head. Coinbase was there first, and it works. They wasn't there first. Mt. Gox was quite a big exchange, and we all know how that ended up. But Coinbase haven't missed a step yet. You could say that they had insider trading, which, to be honest, I don't really blame them. That, you know, they knew Bitcoin Cash was going to get added to their site, and their staff took advantage of it, and they're looking to obviously combat that by. They've said we still haven't had no news about this ERC20. They're going to be doing an ERC20 token in the next coming months. They said so in the next few months. But the question is which one. Might be worth, and I've said this before, should have done it in the dip. Fuck, why didn't I do that? It might be worth while the prices are still low to just randomly buy some fucking ERC20 type tokens, popular ones that aren't securities. Now, this is the key. If they start selling a security, so say like the Envian token is a security, I don't think they're going to touch them with a barge pole because America is so hot on ICOs that are offering securities. I think they're going to go for platforms. So it could be like Neo, EOS, what was the other ones? Tron could be a good bet. So yeah, I don't know. It's all guesswork at the minute. There's local Bitcoins now, but they are expensive to buy from also. I haven't used local Bitcoins. I don't even know if I have it in this country. Let's have a look. Localbitcoins.com. Buy and sell Bitcoins near you. Instant, secure and private, including the United Kingdom. Let's see what they're going for on here. This messes my head. Whenever I see the price of Bitcoin in British pounds, it just messes my head up because I'm so used to talking and saying US dollar worth, which is bad really because I'm from the UK, but it's hard when you go from one website to another and they're all in US dollar. Anyway, let's see. Hour and a half. Ooh, that's a long video. I signed up, but there's nobody near me. So the local Bitcoins has no local Bitcoins. Wah, wah, wah. Right, that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Don't forget, if you know anyone that would be interested in watching my cryptocurrency videos, please tell them to like and subscribe to this channel. Share this video, share my channel on any of your social medias if you don't mind. Facebooks, Twitters, Instagrams, whatever. Get it out there. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you again for all the support, all the love. Oh, actually, I probably should I mention it? No one else has brought it up. Something's happened to the team Bitglen in the last couple of days, and no one's brought it up, so I'm not going to bring it up. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you very much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next video. See you later, guys. Bye. Night ding. Don't let the bugs bite.